Hi, everybody. Hey, you guys. Give a thumbs up if you can hear me. I did not bring in my microphones. They are probably in my other bag. I don't remember bringing them out. Nope, they're not in my bag. If you can hear me, let me know you can hear me. So, hey, everybody. How are you doing? Welcome to the Queen's Beehive Talk Show. And I just wanted to go live because my visa came, my Nigerian visa. If you can hear me, let me know that you can hear me. Thumb up the live if you can hear me. Let me know that you are there and you can hear me clearly. But yeah, visa, I think. So let me open this up, FedEx it, wrapped up and taped. Hi, Dylan. Make sure you thumb up the live, thumb up the live. Thumb up the live. Hi, Cuddle. And I've been talking about this. Finally, I have my Nigerian visa. I have my Nigerian visa, y'all. I'm good, Cuddle. How are you? How are you? My 5-year Nigerian visa. Yay! I'm excited. I finally have my 5-year Nigerian visa. And I have my 5-year Ghana visa. I just came, so yay. Yay! Yes, I am excited now. But now I don't know. Anywho, I have my Nigerian visa, y'all. So I'm excited about that. And I wanted to go live to let everybody know. Because I haven't been going live. I've been posting little shorts, but I haven't been going live or doing any long videos. Thank you for the like, Cuddle. Thank you for the like. Make sure you share this live. I am excited because my passport had expired in it would have expired in August, and I went to Ghana in April. So when I came back from Ghana, I had to get another passport because it was going to expire in August. Then when I did my passport, I turned around and did the information for my Ghana visa because their visa is a lot easier than Nigerian and it doesn't take as long. You can upload everything online and mail your passport and all that good stuff. And then they do what they do and send it back. And I got that back in like 3 weeks. So I went to do the Nigerian visa, and you have to go through so many hurdles to get your Nigerian visa. Is crazy. I had already had my yellow fever shot. I'm already up to date on my COVID shots. And then it came down to going to the embassy to do my visa interview. I guess that's what it's called. And couldn't go because the bank didn't have my statement that I requested to show that I had the funds in my account. So waited for that. And then finally I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go a whole different route. So in the process of doing that, I got in touch with a company called Visa Supply and was able to send them all of my information, bank stuff, just everything that I needed to send. And um, I didn't have to send my yellow fever card. I have that here, but I had to send my bank statement, my letter of invitation, the application, my passport. Uh, it was a couple other things. And then finally, I mailed all that stuff. I had to send a picture, had to get a picture, 2 pictures, and put all that in the envelope. And I had to pay the fee of 160 for the application itself for the embassy, and then pay the visa supply fee. And so that was like a total of almost, let's see, almost $700, not including getting all the other information that I had to get. And so finally, I sent that stuff off in, I'm thinking it was June. I think it was June that I sent it off. And then I finally heard from Visa Supply. And at the time, they were saying that Atlanta, the consulate, the Nigerian Visa, did not have any Visa stickers. And so we had to wait. And waited for like a month. And then come August, they emailed me and said, we're still waiting. They say they should get something in the next week or so. I'm like, all right, I can wait. I don't wait it this long. Hi, Hannah. I don't wait it this long, so I can wait a little bit longer. Wait a little bit longer. Emailed them. Have you heard anything? They said they will get some in. We're still waiting. Then they emailed me back and said, well, would you rather just do an e-visa? And I'm like, no, I don't want to do an e-visa. An e-visa is only good for 30 days. It's one time, and that's it. And then I will have to go through the whole process of, again, paying $160 to try and get my visa. And so they were like, okay. So maybe about a few days later, they contacted me and said, okay, they got the visas stickers in. So we should be hearing something by next week, which would have been this week here. And today is Thursday. So that was either Friday or Monday. They emailed me and sent me a picture. Hey, 27 Ahmed, They sent me a picture saying, okay, we got your Visa sticker. We got everything. We're going to put this in the mail to you. And so on Monday, he sent the tracking number from FedEx. And it was originally supposed to be here Wednesday. Usually it was supposed to be the next day, like Tuesday, but the tracking said Wednesday. So Wednesday comes and it is still in Georgia. It's still in traveling to come to South Carolina. And then finally this morning, I get an email saying your package is going to be delivered today, in which it said that yesterday. So I was like, I wasn't going to get excited about it because I'm like, okay, if it comes, it comes. I know it's on the way because I can track it. I see it. I see where every stop that it's making. And then finally today, when I got home, it was on the porch. It was there on the porch. And so I just opened it up, and yes, that is my Nigerian Visa sticker. So I had my Ghana Visa and now my Nigerian Visa. Now it's time to figure out when I'm going to go. I had intended on going in October, but I don't know if I'm going to have the funds to go in October. The tickets are just way expensive, and even going basic economy, you're spending about $1,600, $1,700, and that does not include, you know, the bags because now they're charging for your suitcases. So I'm gonna have to see, and then I got to make sure I pay for my, you know, Airbnb or a hotel, whatever, and that was one thing I had to send to was my hotel. Um, then food, transportation, all that stuff. So it's going to be expensive, but I got to I got to find a way to move some money around some kind of way if I possibly can because I still have my bills here that's running. And I'm only going to be down there for a week because October I only have a week off. I have a week off in November. Thank you for the like, Angelica. And then I have 3 weeks in December, and then I'm back to like a week until the summer where I have off like 6 weeks. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do this. I know they're expecting me to come in October, but I'm not quite sure. I just have to see because this is the end of August now. We're at the end of August. And so September is starts Monday. So that only gives me a month because it's the first week in October that I'm off. So I got to figure it out, y'all. So I need a GoFundMe or something, you know. I'm trying to get my YouTube up so I can get an income for this. But yeah, it's moving slow. Okay. I hope everybody is having an amazing or had an amazing week thus far. It is Thursday and we are about to go into the weekend and Labor Day. So what are you guys doing for Labor Day? I'm gonna be home relaxing, chilling because I am tired. And I know y'all see it in my face. I am tired. I have been like not getting a good night's rest every night. It's like I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and I don't know what's going on and I can't go back to sleep. And I don't get tired during the day, like, oh, I'm so sleepy and tired. I'm not like that, but I know that my body is tired. My mind is not tired, but my body is tired. And so I'm trying to find out why I'm waking up at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning. Last night it was 12:30. And I didn't go to bed till like 10. And 2.5 hours later, I'm up. Like I slept 10 hours. So I don't know. I got to figure it out, y'all. So yeah, get some cucumbers and put them on my eyes, get these bags out of my eyes. And yeah, I'm gonna have to start wearing makeup. Oh my gosh. And that was something I did not want to do because that is just so time consuming putting on makeup. Like I like the natural look. But yeah. But yeah, guys, I'm not, this live is not going to be long at all. I just wanted y'all to know that I have my Nigerian visa now. So now I have both my Ghana visa and my Nigerian visa. And when I go to Nigeria, I can go to Ghana. And if I go to Ghana, I can come to Nigeria without a problem because I have my visas for those. Thank you for those likes, you guys. Um, I'm just excited. At this point, I'm excited, but I got to figure out, funds because I have a lot to do when I do go. I have to make sure I have transportation, a place to stay, food. Um, yeah, I want to do some shopping, I want to buy some things, you know, and be able to spend some money on, hey, Daya, on some of the folks that I am planning to see when I'm there. You basically I am from the USA. I am a Black Native American, Native Indian, and I'm going to Nigeria. And I can get to travel all over Nigeria. Like, I can go to like Port Harcourt, Abuja, Lagos, just everywhere. Yes, Indian, Native American. Not India, not that Indian, but Native American. Lee, I don't know because tickets are steadily going up, and I have to make sure that I have, you know, air flights, baggage, my accommodations as far as an Airbnb or hotel or whatever, because I'm only going to be there for a week. Well, not even quite a week, more like maybe 5 or 6 days because I got to account for the travel time, which takes about a day or so. I am an instructor at an academy. I teach college courses to high school students. So I got to make sure that I'm okay when I go. Your sister are going to miss you so much. Tickets on Bing is sometimes cheaper than usual. Well, I'm gonna have to check Bing. I've been going on booking.com. I've been checking Delta flights, but Delta, the the flights that I looked at, they were running like 35 hours, 44 hours, and having these 10 and 15-hour layovers. And that's what I don't want to do. I don't want those long layovers. Just searching tickets and Bing, the search engine. Okay, I will definitely do that, Muhammad, because these tickets can get really pricey for the amount of time that you're sitting. I'm paying $16, $17, $1,800 for a basic economy ticket, but yet my layovers are lasting 15 hours. One layover I saw was 24 hours in one place. And I was on the flight for like 10 hours. The first flight was like maybe 2.5 hours. Then I got a layover for 24 hours. And then the next flight was like maybe 3 hours. It was like the layovers is what I don't want to have. And I'm not doing that. I'm not even going to leave out of the airport. That's the thing. That's why I don't want a long layover. Because when you leave out the airport, you have to go right back through TSA and all that stuff. I don't want to have to go through those lines again. If I'm in there, I'm in there. No, nobody's going to have to come and get me. I'm just like, I don't want those long layovers. Like the layovers is what gets me. When I went to Ghana, I had a 7-hour layover in Washington. 7 hours just in Washington. My flight went to Washington. My flight was like maybe 2 hours. Then once I got in Washington, I had a 7-hour wait and then got my flight. And then that flight was like 13 hours, 13 and a half hours. So I was like, why can't I just get a direct flight if my flight is not going to be no more than 15 hours when you calculate them all up? But I'm not even getting a straight flight. And because of where I plan on going, it's like once I get in either Lagos or Abuja or whatever, I don't know when a flight is going to be available for me to go to where I need to go. Because I'm not going to like Abuja or Port Harcourt or Lagos. I'm going to like a separate place. And so I have to find another, once I get in Nigeria in one of those places, I got to find another flight to take me to, a local flight to take me into Enugu. And so that is where a lot of my problem is in trying to find a flight. Is like trying to find a connecting flight. So when I get in Lagos or Abuja or wherever, it's like I might not get a flight out for another day. And so that's taking up a lot of time that, is unnecessary. Exactly, Mohammed. If we can take a spaceship to the moon or take it up in another atmosphere and bring it back down in a matter of time, why can't we get a straight shot from one place to the other and just take that travel for a few hours, And I know it's kind of hard to be on a plane and sitting on a plane for hours and hours and hours. And you can get up and walk around if, there's no turbulence and all that stuff. But I just don't like sitting in the airport. I don't, so many people coming through there. You can't rest, because you got either your personal belongings and stuff like that. So it's hard. It's hard. And so when you do get to your destination, when you're traveling like that, you are plumb tired. You definitely can't get no rest on a basic economy on an airplane. So if you can afford $6,000-$7,000 for first class or business class, then yeah, go for it. But it's the same plane going to the same place. It's the same plane going to the same place. So why am I paying for, if when you're traveling that distance, the whole plane should be set up for, a perfect ride. You know what I'm saying? You should be set up for a perfect ride. Why pay all that extra money just to be able to recline back or maybe have a better meal? I just don't see it. That's just me. But, to each his own. I'm just not going to pay $6,000-$7,000 and I'm on the same flight. You just in the front of the plane and I'm in the back of the plane or in the middle of the plane. It doesn't matter. I might be sitting right behind first class. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to the same place. So it's overly priced. When I looked at those things, I saw some that was $10,000 and I thought I was floored at that moment. I said, who is flying at $10,000? Is it that serious? Either way, your butt gonna hurt sitting there. So you're gonna get up. Like, I don't get it. I just don't get it. So that was just my, take on things. Maybe I'm looking at it different. And that's just my perspective on it. But, people who are frugal with their money, you want the best for what, for what you're spending. And so basic economy is okay because I ain't got to eat none of the food. But I just want to get there. I don't want to have to sit around for hours and hours and hours and hours. That's just it. I'm an instructor. I teach college courses to high school students. So, I'm working on a budget. Not, and you have to include that once I get there, I have to pay for hotel or Airbnb. I have to pay for my meals, transportation to get around. And I know it's not as expensive as it is here, but it's still a payment that I have to make, to be comfortable. I'm not going to stay in just any, hotel or Airbnb. I want to be comfortable wherever I'm at, while at the same time not having to spend a whole lot of money. And I can do that there. I just have to find the right places. And, you know, you have to be careful. You have to look at safety, basically, is what I'm saying. So, yeah, but that's what I wanted to come on here, come on live. Oh, thank you, Muhammad. Thank you very much. I try to keep my energy, real smooth, I don't I don't like that negative energy, and I try to separate myself from negative energy. I guess that's just the Libra in me. I don't like, constant arguing and, just negative people, negative thinking people, negative speaking people. Like, what you speak goes out into the atmosphere and it returns back just what you speak. And so I just choose to be positive and speak positive, and because I expect positive things to come back. I feel like I am rich, and so I expect, you know, money to find me. English is your fifth language. I still understand you completely. The talking style is really teacher positive energy type. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. And I talk to my kids the same way. I talk to my students the same way. I try to keep them motivated and positive, because some of them come from backgrounds that are not the best. And so sometimes you have to motivate them to do better and see life through a different set of glasses. They don't have to stay where they are. Like, it's sad when someone is in the United States and in a state and never left that state. If you've always lived in North Carolina and you never went to South Carolina or Georgia or Virginia, you haven't lived. And so I tell my students to live, enjoy life, see the world. And then once you get your education and you got your career going, then, get married and have kids. But see the world, see things that's out there. You only went to 2 countries. I've been to Bahamas. I've been to Puerto Rico. I've been to Mexico. I've been to Ghana. I have not even been to all the 50 states, because if you're in one state, I've been along the East Coast. I was born in Pennsylvania. I've been to New York, New Jersey, Delaware, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Alabama. I've been to all of those states, and I plan on going to other states, but right now my focus is out of the country. I'm enjoying going out of the country, seeing how other people live and how they do. My favorite place, I think Ghana was favorite. Ghana has been my favorite. Jamaica and Bahamas was nice. Um, I like when I go places, I want to go where people actually live. I don't want to go to the resorts or to, where they got everything all nice and clean and fancy and stuff. I want to see how people are actually getting along, how they're living, how they're eating, how their houses look, that kind of stuff. So when I went to Ghana, I did get to see a lot of that. I enjoyed, the few days that I was there. I think I was there like 5 days. So I enjoyed those days there. And so now I want to go to Nigeria and see what Nigeria is like, because at some point I would want me a house there so that when it comes to the point where I'm retiring, I can say, okay, I'm going to go down here for 6 months. When it's cold here in South Carolina, I can go there while it's cold here. And then when it gets warm back here, then I'll come back to South Carolina. That's how I want my life to be. I want to be able to, split my time up and do the things that I like. China is on my list. I want to go to China. I think I will have a good time in China. Countries like Indonesia, Malaysia, Bangladesh, Naples sounds good if you want to explore. The people are positive and happy. I love cold. I love cold to a degree. If it's too cold and it's got my nose running and I'm shivering, yeah, that's a little bit too cold. I like cool. Like, I don't want to have to wear a coat, a heavy coat and earmuffs and gloves and a scarf and stuff. But I do cool. But I do want to, I thought about Malaysia, and I do want to do China and Japan. China mostly. Yeah, snow is cold. It snows. So that's what I'm trying to get away from. Get away from the snow and go to where it's warm and then come back when it's warm back here. And I can experience summer all year long, but not having to stay in the same spot. So I figure if I have a house in Africa and Nigeria or Ghana, then I can stay there for 6 months and then come back here for 6 months and split my time up and still be able to see my family here and then build a life there. Japan, perfect. Yes, it gets cold though. That's the only thing. It does get cold over in that area. Yes, they are. They are very elegant. Africa is hot, but it's a different type of hot. Like South Carolina is hot, but it's a different type of hot in Ghana. Like you can walk outside and start sweating, and all you're doing is standing at the door. That's that kind of hot. So, I don't know. But as long as I have an air conditioner, I'm good. Long as I got an air conditioner, I'm good. So it won't be a problem. The only thing that I did not like is lights out. They have a tendency to turn the lights off and you don't know when they're going to come back on. And I don't like that. And so a lot of people there have generators. Me, I would be like straight solar. Give me solar energy so that when the lights go out, I can still function. Like if I need to cook, can you imagine the lights going out and you're cooking? And I like to bake. So me cooking a cake and the lights go out, my cake is messed up. So yeah, that's the only thing I don't like. I would want to have a business there, start a business. Not sure what type of business, but I would want to start a business. So that would be basically what I would want to do. If I decide. It's not as hot as people think it is. It's not as hot as people think it is. And at night, it's cool. It's cool at night. So the daytime is might get a little bit scorched. But at night, during, I guess they call it the rainy season, it's cool. They say cold. I say it would be cool. It would be cool. So yeah. But thank you, Mohammed, for sitting here and chatting with me. Having a gas cook is good if no electric. Exactly. That's why I said, solar energy, or I'm going to have to learn how to cook outside with coal and wood, because that wouldn't be right. And I watch a lot of videos. I'm a sucker for culture. So I watch a lot of Chinese videos. I watch a lot of Ghanaian and Nigerian videos. And I like to watch the cultures and how they actually live because it's working for them, you know? So seeing them cook outside and bake outside and stuff like that, I would have to get used to the foods. I don't eat chicken with bones, so that will be an issue. But, you know, the spice would be another issue because I like spicy food, but not spicy where I can't taste the food and my mouth is on fire and I can't eat it. Then, no, I can't do it. So I guess that's something I have to get acclimated to when it comes to the spice and stuff like that. Or I'm just gonna have to tell them at a restaurant, look, not don't put no spice, no spice. Like keep the spice to the bare minimum, the littlest of the little. Cold wood is troublesome, but I sometimes cook like that. I guess, I've seen them cook with coal on like YouTube and stuff, and they make it look so easy, but I know I will burn some stuff up. You hear me? I will burn it up. It will be fire for sure. So, yeah, I don't know. That's something that I would have to learn, to cook with coal and to cook with wood. I know how to cook like charcoal, like barbecue on the grill, but they use like actual coal, like coal. And yeah, like they fry their foods or, however way they cook. All I do is barbecue with coal. That's it. But as far as heating up water and grease and all, yeah, no, I can't do that. Try our country spice, Bangladesh spices. It's not spicy, just flavorful. I can do that. If it's spiced and flavored, but not hot, I'm good. I'm good. It's easy, very. Sometimes I cook with my family and eat together. Well, that's what's up, Muhammad. And where are you located at, Muhammad? I know. Yeah, that's the thing. When you cook like that, you got to make sure that it is cooked completely through. Where are you located at? Bangladesh. Chittagong? I'm gonna have to look that up. Very small country. Okay. So I'm assuming that it's warm there a lot. Like you don't hardly get any cold there. I've heard of Bangladesh, but your little town that you're talking about, little small country, I have not heard of that, but I know how to look it up. Only 3 months, that's good. That's very good. That's what's up. You can't beat that. 3 months. 6 seasons? Oh, wow. Right now, here, it's like spring and summer. It's like it just skips winter and fall all together. Rare country. Okay. I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm definitely gonna look that up, see if I can find some videos on it. Like, I just think every country has something very unique about it. So that's what makes it intriguing to me, to be able to travel and see, like, you might see it on the video, but when you actually experience it, it's something totally different. And to me, it's like, it's amazing. It's like magical to see this stuff in real life in person. But I will be back and I'm going to let you guys know when I decide to actually like purchase my ticket and stuff to go to Nigeria. So I will be broadcasting live from Nigeria. I will be doing some videos of Nigeria. If I could interview some people, I would probably interview some people, but they would probably want me to pay them. But yeah, that's the thing. I'm going to definitely, make sure that I get lots of content for you guys. Come to Bangladesh? Yeah, I need to. It's very late night here, so I might go offline suddenly. Sorry in advance. Not a problem, Mohammed. I'm about to get off anyway because I've been on here 40 minutes and I have some stuff I need to do. And plus I have choir rehearsal. So yeah. But thank you guys, all of my beautiful honeybees out there. Thank you guys for coming to my live. And I will be back. I do. I do. I like, and I really do. I like YouTube Live. I think I like live better than just, taping, content, because you actually get to talk to people when you're live. Like, you actually see people coming in and they're talking to you. And it makes your time, on the live more interesting. So, all right, we will holler at you guys later. Have a good one. Bye.